Hello and welcome to Gardener's World. Welcome to another studio vlog. I always want to say Gardener's World when I say that. Welcome to another studio vlog. Today is Friday the 14th of July and I am dressed in black to pay homage to the weather, which is nasty. Today, you can't tell from the clip because I have my studio light on but outside is really stormy, really windy, pouring with rain, so I'm wearing black. RIP summer. Yeah, welcome back to my studio vlog. I always think that when I put my vlog up, the next day I'm gonna start vlogging, and I just don't ever, and I don't help myself at all, do I really? But it's just been a weird week so far. This week I have felt so low energy, very tired, very lethargic. I haven't been ill, just felt really low energy. I felt like all of the energy had been zapped out of my body. Anyway, I've got to get out of the habit of starting these vlogs with a health update. You don't need to know. This week I was meant to be prepping today for a market in Truro tomorrow, but they cancelled that because the weather here is just shocking, and basically Lemon Quay is a long strip with shops on either side, and the wind just like flies down there, and they will cancel if the wind is looking like it might get up to 40 miles an hour, and it apparently is. So yeah, that's not going ahead now, which means I'm free to kind of do a bit more here at the weekend. So I've been sitting here painting wood slices and trying to work out what I want to do with these. I had a thought that I might decorate them kind of with some kind of botanical painting around the bottom, leaving the top for like a name or something. Oh, that goes that way around it, the holes here. I love the variety of these that I've bought. Look at this one, and then look at this one. I love this one. I think it's so different to have that bark around it. I'm really happy with these. I love that some of them don't have an awful lot of border and some of them have a lot. So I'm just working my way through popping 2 coats of primer on these. I'm going to sit and do some more in a second whilst I get my head around what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. But I'm getting to the point now where I'm starting to I need to start designing for my new collections, as well as started to paint these things. I've really just got to get my arse out of bed earlier in the mornings so that I can be more prepared. But I have been thinking a lot about what I want to create in terms of the actual products that I want to create. I think what I tend to do is I get a bit in my head with what already exists in the world, and I think that I need to just think about things that make me happy and work for me in terms of planning. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft some stuff and put it on Instagram for a vote and go from there. Like all of this Christmas stuff, the wood slices, the baubles and stuff like that, I just need to paint them, and that's it really. With the collections, I don't want to release the same stuff with a different pattern on it. I want to release some different versions of stuff, and also things that sell really well for me, stuff like the post-it notes. My simplified to-do list, which I don't have one to hand, but it was a little square one. It just had 3 boxes, and one is like something I need to do today, something that I'd like to do today, and a reward for doing it. That sold so well, and I want to create something else like that, and also create another kind of more like, not everybody is into planning, and I have this idea for creating something that allows you, maybe like an A4 thing that maybe it gives you more space to do like a master list and pull out some priorities for the day. I don't know, I'm having a big think about it, but I need to crack on with the actual designs because the rest of it will come together. I have 2 design ideas. One is, let me find something, one second. One idea is that it's a colourful pattern, like the style that I do now, but it's a different pattern. And the other one is for kind of line drawings. Things like this. Is it focusing? Yeah. So things like that, and also I've shown you the sketchbook in the vlog like way back. Hang on a second. Things like this, all kind of like line drawn, but a bit more detailed. So that like that scabia flower I just showed you is quite detailed, and have it so that they're kind of really like this sort of stuff, so that they're kind of overlapping on the pattern, and maybe, but just line drawn. as opposed to coloured, and having it on a plain background so that it's more about the detail rather than the brightness. So I've got these drawings here and I definitely need to add to them, and you would have seen me at the beginning of this video drawing berries and things like that. I'm just trying to kind of decide what it is I want to paint on all of my Christmas decorations, but those other things will be more inspired by my garden, where we live in Cornwall, coastal flowers, and then the other more bright collection I mentioned in the last vlog. I like the thought of like some reds and some creams and some greens and potentially pops of bluey purple in there. I'm not sure yet. Something a bit more autumnal, wintry themed, but not Christmas themed. So I desperately need to get on with those things. But right now I'm just, because it's 11:45 now, I started getting my lunch ready about 12:30. So what I'm going to do right now is just carry on with these wood slices just to get something done, because I'm not going to get stuck into anything else in this time. I've been using this little book, by the way, this little book as a reference to for some of my drawings, even though these are drawings as well. I've just been using them to see all these different kinds of berries and stuff. And I got this book, its original price is 95p. I can't remember what I paid for it, but I got it in a little National Trust second-hand bookshop that they have in some of the properties around here, and I guess they do probably throughout the UK. So yeah, just keep a lookout. If you're an artist, look out for these little books. They're really handy. I have a few. I have this one, I have one on wildflowers, one on alpine flowers, and I have a garden birds one as well, which is really cute. But I love these second-hand books for reference. Okay, let's paint wood slices. Today is Saturday and I have now completed 2 layers of primer on these, so I'm going to pop these away. And what I've been doing this morning, because my battery ran out, I need to actually look on Amazon for a new battery for the vlogging camera because it keeps running out. What I've been doing is just kind of getting my head around some ideas for the new stationery collection, and I want to do one collection called In the Garden, which is inspired by the stuff that we've done in our garden this year. And I think that one is going to be potentially, well, they're both going to be inspired by the garden, but I'm thinking about doing one with a lot more detail, and I think I said yesterday or in previous clips for you guys, line work and stuff like that. And the other one I'm thinking of doing like bigger, brighter, bolder, almost like similar flowers but just up close. So I've been drawing some poppies. You probably won't be able to see these very clearly. So I've been drawing some poppies and I want to carry on playing around with drawing some of the flowers from the garden and potentially attempting to paint them. But I've also got in my head the fact that I'd started this Christmas stuff the other day in the previous vlog, some of these amaryllis and bits and pieces. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to finish painting some Christmas flowers, and then what I'm going to try and think about is having my baubles on the go and then my other stuff on the go as well, so I can dip in and out of those 2 things. Job 1, pop these wood slices somewhere safe. I think I'll put them in a basket. They just kind of need to sit in here, and I take advantage of the fact that I'm at home today and get some decent amount of work done, painting done. I just fell asleep on the bed for 5 minutes whilst Gizmo was settling down. She gets kind of clingy and won't settle until someone is there to settle her down, so I did that. I think I will carry on pulling up some Christmas flowers, winter flowers, drawing and painting those, do some berries, the ones I drew in my previous vlog, and then add some colour to those. I've also been collecting, this is very technical, I did this last year, toilet roll middles, because I cut them down So I get about 4 or 5 out of each one, and then I can sit the baubles on top of these while I'm painting them, which is really, really handy. So let's carry on drawing and painting and try and get the Christmas ideas down. So basically what I want to do is when I'm painting the baubles is have these references in front of me, and then I can just flip through and think, right, okay, that's what that looks like, and then sort of know my style and how I've gone about doing things. I actually haven't finished this yet. This needs the centres adding in, so let's get to work. Good morning, gang. Today it is Monday and it's the 17th of July. It's 9:45. I've just sat down with my breakfast. I've got some protein oats, some blueberries and some pip and nut peanut butter. I am gonna eat this and try and get to the gym for around 10:30, 11:15. I was meant to be up. I had an alarm set for 6:15, but unfortunately Joe wasn't very well in the night, and Gizmo was up and down like Tower Bridge, so needless to say, here we are. I was hoping to get up and get for a walk at 7 AM this morning, but it's okay, I can walk later, it's fine. I've got quite a busy amount of things to do today. I have an email from the Eden Project looking for more stock, which I need to respond to, and I have to tell them that I need to put my prices up with them. It's never a big money maker, but it is also advertising for my brand in a place which is really significant. But I do need to do that, and I have to do some housework as well, very exciting. Also, what I wanted to talk to you about, and I guess I know this is a studio vlog, but I like to keep you up to date because I do talk about lifestyle things in here as well, is that I've started working with a new coach about kind of trying to boost my metabolism, trying to get myself back on track in terms of like getting more calories in my body, And if you followed me for a while, you'll know that I've done a couple of 12-week transformations with another coach. And whilst I lost quite a lot of weight doing those, it was fairly detrimental to my mental health, as I've learned over the years. At the time I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, but I went down to like 1100 calories and a very, very small amount of carbohydrates. And so I had a lot of fear around things like big bowls of oats, for example. And the guy I'm working with now, I'll put his Instagram handle along here and I'll link him down below. He specialises in working with women with hormone issues, perimenopause, menopause, PCOS, women in general. You don't have to have those things, but he's all about bringing your calorie count up to boost your metabolism, like repair your central nervous system, repair your endocrine system, or get it firing on better cylinders than it might be, because that handles like hormones and metabolism. Yeah, I started working with Greg and I'm on week 2 now. I've signed up to 16 weeks with him. And I've got to say, mentally, I'm doing a lot better. And physically, although at the moment, I'm on the highest amount of calories I've been on for ages. The way that I tend to work is I put myself on like 13 or 1400 calories with a fairly low, let's say like macro split wise, I'd be on maybe even like 97 grams of carbs or something like that. And then the rest split between proteins and fats. So I'd have my protein up high, my carbs down low, just because I figured that that's how my body, you read everywhere that when you're in perimenopause or you're hormonal, you need to keep carbs low, otherwise you won't lose weight. But obviously that wasn't working for me because I wasn't losing weight, and I was feeling really annoyed because I would do really, really well like Monday to Thursday, and then Friday might lose it a little bit, and Saturday and Sunday would totally go off the rails, and then I'd be back on it again in a really major way on Monday. The usual routine that we all get into with this kind of culture that we've established. And so I thought to myself, there's got to be a better way. So I've been working with Greg for over a week. My weight has not gone up because I've been eating carbohydrates. I'm on something like 187 grams of carbs, maybe slightly less. And I'm having a fair amount of rice, my oats, a pre-workout meal, which I'm thoroughly enjoying because it's got a Rice Krispie square in it, some dark chocolate, an apple and a protein shake, so that's pretty hefty. The first couple of days I felt so full of food. I messaged him and I was like, I am so full of food. And he was like, you will get used to it. And he's right, because last night I was so hungry I would have eaten my own arm if I could have done. So far so good. And I'm looking, his whole ethos is like something that you can actually maintain, and I believe that this is the way forward. And I feel like this guy is just what I need at the right time, because I haven't told you guys this yet. And I'm not going to go into lots of details. I have set up another TikTok account to try and document this, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have the time to. But for the whole of my life, if you guys have followed me for a while, you'll know that I used to be a lot larger when I was a lot younger. For context, I'm 42 now. When I was younger, I was a lot heavier, and I have some loose skin on my lower stomach and inner thighs, which causes me a fair amount of discomfort now that I'm a little bit smaller. No judgment, because I've been all sizes. And so I finally managed to book in for a procedure that I've wanted since I think I first had my very first consultation when I was like 18, to get that loose skin taken off my lower stomach and tightened up on my inner thighs and all of that stuff. That is happening on the 23rd of August, and because I didn't want to go into this procedure, which is a fairly hefty operation with a sort of, to put it bluntly, a fucked up head when it comes to food, I decided to work with Greg because I wanted to just sort out my brain and my body all at the same time. And this procedure for me is not a weight loss operation. It's a loose skin removal operation, but it's a big operation. So I'm having that on the 23rd of August. It's something that I've wanted for all of my adult life. When I first lost some weight, I put on a bit of weight and I lost some more weight, and my body's just been through it. And it, from an aesthetic point of view, I don't care so much, but from a comfort point of view and what rubs on clothes, no matter what time of year, it's not about like my inner thighs rubbing together in the summer when I wear shorts. Like, I can't wear shorts because I have so much loose skin that the shorts ride up over it, and I can't wear them because it's just very uncomfortable. And most of the time people will never see my body anyway. It's purely for me, and it's purely for like my own kind of well-being and comfort. So that's happening. So I decided to work with Greg, sort out my mental health around food, try and get some more body fat off, and he's going to work with me on my nutrition throughout my recovery, which will probably be 6 to 8 weeks. I probably won't be able to train for 6 weeks, which you can imagine, because you guys know me well, that will not go down well, because I love training and it keeps me mentally sane. But that is the plan. And if you want to hear more about it and you want to see the journey through it, I'm more than happy to share it. But these are studio vlogs, so I do have, like I say, I have set up another TikTok account that's like more. I haven't put any videos up yet, so if I do I will share it, but up until now there's no videos. But let me know what you think. If you want to know more about that journey, more than happy to share it all with you, because I've been watching a lot of people's videos on TikTok and on YouTube and on Instagram who have gone through similar operations, similar things, and it's really helped me make some decisions, helped me decide who I might want to see and who I might not want to see surgery wise. I found a really good surgeon and I'm really happy with my choice. I have seen a couple and I had not so great experiences on one and a great experience on the other, so if you want me to share these things I can. But yeah, it's been a long time coming, like years since I was 18, so there you go. That's the introduction to Monday. I'm going to eat my breakfast now because I need to go and train and I need this to be in my system, and then I will carry on chatting to you a little bit later on when I'm home and showered and back at my desk again. I thought I'd quickly show you some stuff on the iPad. This is I put this up as a time lapse on Instagram as a reel the other day, and I had about a handful of people say to me, am I releasing it as a print or a card? Because of the shape that I've done it, I should learn by my mistakes really, because I was going to do it as an A3 so that I could offer it as a print, but this is not an A3. It's a weird shape, so what I thought I might do is try and make it into a card. Hi there, my reflection. I thought I'd try and make it into a card or a mini print or something. So I'm going to try and work on, that's one of the things I'm going to try and work on today. The other thing I wanted to show you is I've been doing some sketching for potentially a new collection, and this is the sort of vibe. This is obviously just a really quick sketch, but this is the sort of vibe that I wanted. The only thing I need to work out is, because I stopped doing my pattern course because of my computer, now I can pick it back up again. I want to do this properly, so I need to draw. What I'm trying to decide is this going to be the sketchy collection where I do like just line work and like sketchy stuff on like a background of some description, or is this going to be the colourful collection? I don't know. It might be a lot in colour, so this could be a more delicately drawn collection, in which case what I need to do is draw all of these elements individually. So I'll finish the piece and I keep shrinking it down so I can fit more and more in, but then when I do it I will enlarge it and line draw over everything, trace over it and make it better, and then put it into Illustrator and turn it into a repeating pattern. But what colour background though? Do I keep the line work as black or like a dark green and have it on like a cream, or do I keep this as like the outlines as white on a dark background? I don't know. The jury is out. Hello my loves, I am back from the gym. I have my camera at the wrong angle to hold it, there we go. Back from the gym now, and actually it's 2:15 now, so as you can see my hair has been washed. I have my new t-shirt on. I have this in an extra large, but I got it in a large because I really love it and it fits me better in a large. I'm wearing the extra larges to train in because they're just so soft and sort of, they're not too thick, not too thin, so they're lovely to train in. So I've been wearing the ones that are kind of too oversized for me to train in. So this one is today's one, which is the same as that print there. Love it. First job is to open up the email from Eden Project and check what it says about reordering, and I'm going to have to send them an email back because I have never ever, I start from the beginning. I set my wholesale prices a couple of years ago, and then when I applied and they contacted me to say yes, we'd like to do your wholesale, they asked me to bring my prices down a bit, which was a bit of a stretch, but I did it. Since then I've never ever charged them extra because I was so kind of over the moon and happy to be in there, but now I've got to the point where I am desperately needing to take up those prices. So I'm going to open their email, work a few things out, send an email back. I anticipate that they may say to me, we cannot stock you anymore, but I can't lose money, you know. So that's the first job, and then the next job is to turn that print thing I showed you about being the author of your own story into a card / mini print. They're the two things I want to do first. So I'm going to turn you off, sort out that email, get that done because it's kind of sitting heavy on my heart, and then I will come back to you. Oh, I just sent that email off to Eden Project and it's come back that she's off for the next week, so I've got to wait. So I'm actually just I'm expecting them to drop Leaf Lane Studio altogether. If they don't, they definitely will drop notebooks. But then I'm in a situation where I have some in stock behind me and they only want like 12 or 18 of certain things. If I've only got 6 or 7, then I've got to buy another 25 to 50, which is obviously like hundreds of pounds. But I'm trying to dwindle out an old collection and bring in a new collection. And because I don't do a lot of wholesale, it's not like I have a load of stock in all the time. It's really, really hard to manage, and I'm starting to consider whether wholesale, unless it's for a small local little shop that are just happy to take a couple of things here and there, like what do people want? It's really difficult to manage it, and I do all these like really fancy wholesale catalogues and they look great. I never get responses from people because I only buy small. If I was buying thousands of things, it would be different. Okay, anyway, that's done. I've also just paid a deposit for my John Lewis pop-up shop over in Exeter, so I've paid £90 towards that, which is good because then that's secured. That is my space now, 100%. Low energy celebrations. Now I am going to work on, I'm going to shut all this pricing thing down because I don't even want to look at it right now. Now I'm going to work on my design that I showed you on the iPad earlier, and I'm going to see, because I did it at a really weird shape. I don't know why I did it the shape I did it. I usually do designs on either A4 or A3. Since I started doing prints, I normally do them on A3 on the iPad, so that then they can scale wherever. This one, I went rogue. What can I say? I am going to adjust the colours and see if I can make it some kind of print or card or both. And then I need to do some inventory. I think I'm going to move that to later in the week though, because I also have my hairdresser's teacher's gifts to wrap, housework to do, and I'm not in the mood for cancelling inventory, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very tired. My workout this morning was really, really difficult. It's very intense. And yeah, I'm tired now. I just want to lay down and go to sleep, quite frankly. Let's adjust the colours. How big is this image? How big did I actually do it? Fairly hefty. Let's put it into centimetres so that my old brain can do it. So it's 32.12 high and 28.06 wide. It could probably go onto a card and potentially an A5 print. I'm going to see if I can work that out. Well, this looks nice. Oh my god, guys, what's happened? What's happened? I have to try and remember. I did a vlog about how the white wasn't printing white. I might have to go back and watch it. I think it's something to do with this relative colorimetric thing. Okay, something's gone wrong here. It's a white background. Look how it's come out. It's disgusting. I've just been sat here for the past minute threatening this print, and it better come out nice because I'm not in the mood for this anymore. Sometimes I feel like you try and make your life easier by getting technology to help you and it just doesn't work. I've also just noticed I've forgotten to put crop marks on this as well. Why? Let's just give you a before. Look at this nice muddy card. This is flowers on a cloudy day. It's better, but I need to brighten it up. But that's not the printer's fault. Where's it? There's a shadow from somewhere. There we go. But it's still better than this. Here is a better version of this card. I'm just going to chop it up to make sure I've got the measurements right, and we'll have a little look at it together. Now I have printed that card, I'm actually wondering if I should have done it as a 5x7 inch card. I just need to see if I've got 5x7 envelopes. I can't do it as an A6 because of the size of the art that I did. I'm wondering if I can make it a 5x7. What I'm not happy about is the fact that at the top there's a lot of flowers that have been chopped off. I mean, they're chopped off throughout, but I don't know. Maybe it looks okay. Oh, I don't know. I'll work it out. But for now, I'm going to wrap my friend's teacher's gifts that I'm going to give to her tomorrow, or she's buying off me tomorrow, so that they're good to go. So today is Tuesday. I am editing this vlog and I realise I haven't actually finished it yet. Before I close it down, however, I want to make sure that I have made that bloody print that I did on that square card in yesterday's clips, or clips you would have seen just now. I'm going to try it as a 7x5. I'm going to rearrange some of the artwork, try and make it work better. I may have to re-letter it as well. I'll see how far I can get. It's 11 o'clock now. I've edited all the way up to here, apart from music, so I have time. But I do have to be at the house at 1 o'clock. So I am going to stop talking. I'm going to crack on trying to rearrange this print, and I'll drop in and out and tell you how it's going, and hopefully it won't print muddy brown today. Okay guys, I'm going to end this vlog here. I am working on that print. I am making it into a 7x5 art print / card, and it's just going to take me a little while because I've got to juggle a few things around, but I'm hoping to get it up in my shop by tomorrow, so Wednesday the 19th. I'll try and get it up by then, if not by the end of the week. And I just can't wait to close this vlog down to do this, because I need to go out the house and I want to make sure that you guys are actually up on time today, because last week and the week before you were not. So I'm going to end this vlog here. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to set myself some time tomorrow to go through comments and answer them. Feel free to remind me on Instagram. I don't ignore your comments on purpose. I just genuinely forget sometimes and get really busy. And then it's the next vlog and I realise I haven't read the previous ones. And I need to be more Catherine from Catnip Studios, because she's really good at answering comments. I need to channel my inner Catnip Studios. Right guys, have an amazing rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a little thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for being here. If you are an old subscriber, thank you for staying here. And if you're not subscribed yet, please do hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Honestly, it helps so much. I'm determined to get to 1,000 subscribers. We will get there one day. All right guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.